Hope you have time to grab all that delicious food and a little bit of water for you. Geico, the Skytypers, taking off down there to the right. They're going to go up to hold. Make sure everything's copacetic in the cockpit before they get their demonstration. Later on, 6 AT-6 Texans, the S&J, on the roll down there. Larry Kelly controls this morning. Panchito on the Supreme Tip. One of our female B-25 pilots. So just a handful of them. The Delaware Aviation Museum Foundation. Delaware Aviation Museum Foundation is the home of Panchito. Panchito here rolling down the runway right now. Story. It all started back on December 7th, 1941, when the Japanese suddenly and deliberately attacked the United States Navy and our armed forces there at Pearl Harbor. It was a punch that came in on a Sunday morning that we have never forgotten, much like that morning of September the 11th, 2001. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there were 80 brave men and all of their crew members who decided that they would return that punch. But it was thought impossible to do. Nobody thought we could attack Japan back then. But you see, there was this fellow by the name of Doolittle, Jimmy Doolittle, the colonel. He thought about it. The plan was hatched. They put 16 B-25 on board the deck of the USS Fort. Out of the cover of darkness, they sailed just off the coast of Japan. They were spotted, though, by a fishing boat. And those 80 brave men, they knew they didn't have enough fuel to make it all the way on the planned mission, but they launched anyway. All of those aircraft flying low down over the water, 50 feet above it, just like Larry Kelly's doing right now to the right. And then right off the coast of Japan, they did this very maneuver. Watch now to the right as Larry Kelly and Panchito pop up. Where the real mission begins. Those 16 airplanes and 80 men, one mission. Payback for Pearl Harbor. They launched 300 miles off Japan. That was where they thought they were going to launch, but instead that day, after the math was figured out, it was 650 miles out. So they flew. They bombed their targets, and then they flew all the way to China. That was the plan, but they couldn't make the original airfields, not after taking off that far off the coast. When you talk to those men, all of whom are dead now, the Doolittle Tokyo Raiders, they'll tell you the scariest thing, the words that Jimmy Doolittle's co-pilot did call the last cry. He said, "Matt, when I looked down that hatch and all I saw was darkness." Some of them ditched off the coast. Ted Lawson comes to mind when you hear his story. I made a book about it. You knew it. 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, then a movie came out. These American heroes, the Doolittle Raiders, the last of whom we lost just last year. Hard to believe their story. But you know something, folks? We stand on the shoulders of these brave men. And I want to see a show of hands this fine Sunday. How many of you have a World War II vet in your family? Let's just see a show of hands. Look around. Someone who served in World War II. Do you know their history? Do you know where they served? Have you told your kids? Have you told your grandchildren. All of the Doolittle Raiders are dead. But they have to die again if we don't keep telling those stories. Let's not let those stories go. That those men have to fly and fight with them and make. Now here's some map that'll help paint that picture a little more broadly. All of the crew members on those airplanes, all 80 of them, in those 16 airplanes, take a guess at how many bombs, what the weight is, the payload weight of that airplane is. It's 3,000 pounds. When you put that into perspective, and at the end of that war, the American aviation companies were designing airplanes that could carry 3,000 pounds with just one engine. The Skyraider could carry more than the B-17 by the end of the war. Our aviation industry was unmatched back then. The pace, they knew they had to keep up. The World War II vets, the greatest generation as they are called, are the shoulders of whom we stand upon today. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, our all-volunteer force that we have today, the words, all of those brave Doolittle Raiders, put me in. I know what I'm up against. Put me in. You better be really proud of those folks that are standing out here today with you in uniform. I'm telling you. I know they're called the greatest generation, that generation of World War II, but look no further to find excellence than that soldier, that sailor, that Marine, that airman standing right next to you. I don't know about you, New York, but when I see this airplane in the air, when I see this silver-winged wonder from World War II flying, I know what it represents, and I know you do too, but I am so proud. I am so proud to stand here and call myself an American and be proud of our past, and we have faith in the future, and it is because of the sacrifices that these brave men made so long ago. Won't you stand now and give Larry Kelly and Sabrina Kim a big round of applause as they bring You too can fly aboard Panchito today, provided you have a Visa or a MasterCard or an old-fashioned pound of cash. It's a donation that goes to keep this airplane in the air. The Delaware Aviation Museum Foundation and B-25 Flight School. Panchito still serving its country. This is the final exam, if you will, for Navy Test Pilot School down there in Pax River. Larry and his crew take that airplane out there and they fly. All of those test pilots out there at NAS Pax River's Test Pilot School, they have to do 3 landings and 3 takeoffs. So Panchito is still serving our country right here at air shows and still at home at NAS Pax River. Check out this banana pass, is what we call it in the air show business, a photo pass. Larry and Sabrina are going to roll it up on the wing, give you a chance to do a great picture. Could be you right there in the last front nose of Colorado Philip Jules Burns sitting up there. What an amazing experience to fly on that airplane. Again, it's the Delaware Aviation Museum Foundation. Their tent is located right there by those F-16s. Go down there, sign up for your flight. I believe they have a few seats available today. You can also call at 443-458-8926. We'll give you the number. 443-458-8926. Or you can find them online at DelawareAviationMuseum.org. If you like to shop, head down there to the eastern shore of Delaware. Go shop. And if you want to fly, send that loved one of yours down there shopping while you go out and spend all day with Panchito. They actually have a program for that. You learn all of the positions on the airplane. And once you've mastered all of those positions on the airplane, they take you for a flight. Then you have refreshments. And after you're finished with those refreshments, you can sit around and talk about what you did. I mean, it's a great experience out there. They call it Catch 25. The Catch 25 flight experience. You know, this little pass here, little George was out here today. He missed that first pass. He brought back around to the airball George play. He's so nice to these kids. J-Rabbit, when you watch Larry Kelly fly Panchito, I can't help but think of how he started out. A lot of kids out here today, they see these big airplanes flying, they have no idea how you get to own an airplane like that. Larry started out in the pizza business. Did you know this? Larry Kelly owned a pizza parlor when he was in college down there in Alabama. It was called General Jackson's Pizza. His motto, this is true, his motto was, any colonel can fry a chicken, but it takes a general to make a delicious pizza. And he sold that pizza parlor down there. Pizza. Went to pharmacy school, became one of the largest drug dealers on the East Coast, legally, and had a pharmaceutical company. So that's how you do it, kids. You work hard, and then you get to play hard, like Larry Kelly. Today, though, the Delaware Aviation Museum Foundation that he runs down there just outside of Georgetown, Delaware, the airport there. A great group, and I know they'd love to have you get involved. So go down there and see him at the tent, take your picture, and here he is on final approach. Watch this. They're going to set that airplane down like an old maid crawling into a soft feather bed. A little butter on the biscuits, the tires roll on nicely. Each of those tires somewhere around $10,000. There's only one company left that makes them, that has the molds. You get about 150 landings per tire, so it all adds up. So go down there and pay that nominal fee to fly on Panchito. And remember, the memory of that experience will long outlive the memory of the price. With that, I'm now proud to turn it over to Mr. Jim Record here. You know, Ken Peach was a clogging champion back in the 60s up there, the solo clogger from North Dakota. Jim Record, we'll get to his story, his backstory here in a few minutes. But he's here to tell you all about the little gecko that likes to fly in Skytype. I'm talking about the Geico Skytypers. Here he is, number 7, Jim Record.
Hello, Stewart Airshow. My name is Jim Record, Geico Skytype Airshow Team Pilot number 7, and I'll explain the maneuvers and formations you see here today. The Geico Insurance Company proudly sponsors the Geico Skytypers Airshow Team, a squadron of World War II training planes and the 2016 recipient of the Art Show Memorial Showmanship Award from our industry peers. Geico was established in 1936 as a government employees insurance company and is grateful to the servicemen, women, and their families for their contributions and sacrifices. The aircraft we fly, the North American SNJ-206 aircraft, which follows 9-cylinder, 600 horse radial engine on for fly, was a standard advanced training for all branches of the military in World War II. American combat pilots trained in the same seat, 2-seat aircraft than any other World War II trainer. These aircraft are certainly earned their legacy in military aviation history, and we're here to show you why. Now, our guys will be coming from behind the crowd here in just a few minutes. And here they are. Look behind you as the Skytypers approach in a line of breast pass. And choose to type those 1,000-foot-tall messages. And now you can close up the power and use your water crossing the messages as we stop. In order to be more maneuverable, this large formation has to collapse into a tighter, more agile shape. Watch as they smoothly transition from that line of breast formation to a delta formation. Now that they're reformed out there, they'll fly in a belly pass so you can appreciate the beauty of a 6 classic World War II aircraft in tight formation. If you look closely, you might find that Geico riding along with the team. Search Steve's YouTube channel for the Geico Airshow commercial to see how he went on his first flight really went. Maneuver back toward us at Show Center, they must always be aware of any potential threats to their safety. In a hostile aerial environment, here is one method of reacting to a threat that's behind them or at their 6 o'clock position. And they're out there to the right, and they'll turn all around to the back and come right back toward us. Towards Show Center. Watch as they quickly turn into each other to confuse their attackers. Needs to get back and move towards the door. Watch his aircraft on the left and the right rejoin with each other, then maneuver back to Show Center in 2 small formations known as VICs. This way the airspace is still covered and protected, much like Geico covers their policyholders from more than 24 different threats. Reform into 2 different formations, a 6-plane diamond on the left and the solos back into their 2-plane element on the right. As they go around the back again, they'll set up for a classic head-to-head 4v2 air-to-air encounter. Let's see what happens when the 2 formations get a tally or visual on each other. They'll attempt to cross as close as possible to gain the advantage and get an edge over the other guys. Keep watching now. 4 600 horsepower World War II airplanes from the left, 2 more from the right. The options for the pilots are to either continue to turn and engage in a classic dogfight or roll out and bug out. the souls this morning, they bugged out. This leaves the Diamond out there free to check their six for more threats, then continue their turn to roll out along the threat axis right in front of us to check for other targets. When they do, you'll get another opportunity to enjoy the symmetry of a beautiful diamond formation. Now if you watch straight ahead, the solos come back in and give you another example of a 1v1, 1 versus 1 engagement. They'll start by weaving back and forth in order to clear their six. Then they'll split apart. After call of fights on, they'll turn toward each other for the dreaded head-on pass. And here they come, straight at each other. Gets an edge by going a little bit higher, then wins the advantage by turning low and inside into a gun's position. As he maneuvers to take the shot, lead solo is forced to fly an unpredictable pattern in order to reverse, escape, or face the possibility of getting shot down. This is called a gun's jig. With a quick tactical maneuver, lead solo forced an overshoot. Then an instant reversal as he goes from deep.
Limited edition prints, you've probably already got one available if anyone's interested. $10 all signed by the
Engines are kept in top shape and overhauled by our sponsor.
You get good shots in that
Tulsa
one?
Aircraft Engines.
It's always disappointing doing a rolling, even though it's, I mean, it was a good show, but it's just, yeah, the arrival, the full arrival just kicks them off. How long are you out here for? Yeah. Had a good trip? Yeah, very good. It's a nice show actually. It's like, I don't know what go to the UK, but it's just I mean the anthems are quite nice.
Look out to the right now as you see him put a smoke as Diamond returns.
Flag.
They'll maneuver in a tight formation while highlighting
yeah, all hand sign and pencil, so it doesn't fade. We haven't got more coming, but
while climbing, descending, and turning.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're only one.
No, we've got more coming.
Just falls
I'll
off
come back to you in a
smoothly
second.
pitches the formation over. When this turns, to travel a greater distance, while the wingmen on the inside reduce their power. That smoke you see is an environmental friendly, paraffin-based light smoke oil approved by the EPA and used by all airshow performers and the military jet teams. And if you can see, those red, white, and blue stripes on each aircraft are reference marks that help pilots keep the exact position information. As the Diamond departs, watch for the solos to return from show left.
There you are.
You say it's happy.
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
There you go.
Quick picture.
Thank you. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, we enjoyed that. Thank you.
No worries,
Can I ask
thank
you a
you.
quick question? Your planes can do the red, the blue, and the white,
Yep.
or because the Patrouille de France can.
They can do one or the other.
One or the
Yeah,
other.
we can do all three.
Why is that?
It's a different system, so we have 3 tanks, whereas the Patrouille have 2 tanks. And they put white at both behind the red and blue. Depending on the aircraft, it'll have red and white, which is white. Pleasure. Hi. Let's catch it in the wind. Thank you very much. I'll get some more for you. Just a second.
More aircraft approach the straight to remaining target. Called in by forward aircraft controllers are fast. They'll descend for speed, then pop
Thank
up
you.
to surprise the enemy while rolling from different angles to fire.
Thank you. There you go. Thank you.
Number 3, Mark Pinucci, and number 4, Mike Shooter. Now look straight ahead as the solo pilots return. They show their appreciation to our air show crowd, the family, our military, and our country with a symbol we hope is recognizable for its message. Let's see what the solos have in store for us. Solo pilots today are lead solo Steve Sky King Summers and wing solo Tom Lawman Daly. We maximize the performance of our aircraft using flight displays provided by Aspen Avionics, as well as a critical instrument used by all military aircraft, an angle of attack system by Alpha Systems. Now, we started the show with one example of how to react when a threat is detected from behind. Now watch as they approach from a show center in a trail formation, one right behind each other, with 2 bogies or unknown aircraft overtaking them, and how they react to this threat. And there it is, folks, the Skytypers With aircraft all over the sky, it's critical that each pilot keep track of all the planes and knows exactly when and where to join back into a single formation. What appears random is actually a correct flow known as a rejoin, and it begins with flight leads call, left turn, rejoin, delta formation down. And there we go, number 2 slide that formation, and the sets up for a special pass, the Geico Skytypers would like to recognize the men responsible for keeping these vintage aircraft in such fine shape. The aircraft technicians are Frank Atria, Mike Beecroft, Sam Kersey, and Greg Coons. We'd also like to recognize Jessica Praw, our Public Relations Director. You can find links on GeicoSkytypers.com to our associate sponsors, Gulf Coast Avionics, Tulsa Aircraft Engines, Aspen Avionics, Alpha Systems, Whalen Aircraft Lighting, Concord Batteries, and Stratus by Imperial Aviation. If you'd like to see photos, videos, or simply get more information on the team, please follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under Geico Skytypers. Visit the team's website at GeicoSkytypers.com and check out our YouTube channel for some great behind-the-scenes team videos.